It's been a while since we've been back here in the shop doing a video anyway. I'm in the process of cutting binding channels today. And what that is you've seen on the little video clip where I set my jig up, I run my ukulele through the jig, and it cuts a channel for the binding. So I bent this binding a while ago, and you bend it on the same jig that you bend your ukulele sides, so it fits. So then you cut your channel. There's the empty channel, and then you fit your binding into that channel. Glue it in, and it's not always that easy. It's quite a bit of work to get it to work right. But that's what we're doing today. This is black walnut for this myrtle and Port Orford cedar ukulele. And I like the combination of black walnut and Oregon myrtle. I really like it. It's a scary process for me because after doing all the work on getting these bodies so nicely made, I always hate to cut into anything that's almost done. So we'll get that one done, and that will be the black walnut binding that will go on that tenor ukulele. And then we're going to do next, I'm going to do this one, another tenor. This is the pistachio tenor that so many people have been asking to hear and see the completion. I've been working on this for a while with the grafting line all the way around. Pistachio from Central California. Gorgeous instrument. Beautiful body. Port Orford cedar top, of course. And this will have, now I've misplaced my bindings. Oh, there they are. That instrument will have, and here's the sled or the jig, part of the jig for the binding channels. The pistachio tenor ukulele will have curly maple, which is the same as the center stripe and the graft line down there at the bottom. So that's that. And then I will also be cutting this beautiful little soprano. I mean, I love this soprano. This turned out so nice. Yeah, every once in a while you get one that you just really like. This is Oregon myrtle soprano. And a Port Orford cedar top. Now the cool thing about this little guy is that a group of us luthiers, we talk quite often, those who are in the profession, who do it professionally, not just hobbyists and stuff like that, but people who are actually making a living off of making instruments. We'll talk and we'll banter back and forth, and we'll come up with challenges from time to time. And the one challenge that we just had, and this is the product on my part of the challenge, was to use only woods that are in the shop, that are scrap. So you don't go out, you don't buy any new wood, you don't do anything specific. It has to be a scrap piece of wood, which is difficult to, it's harder to machine, and it's harder to get everything right. So this soprano ukulele is all leftover wood from my scrap bucket. Back, and actually the wood from this came from a dulcimer that I built. This myrtle. So this is leftover wood from the dulcimer cut that I made on the myrtle, and I had enough myrtle from that same. Look at the ribbon in that thing. The same myrtle to do my sides, and then I also had enough Port Orford cedar from that. It was a teardrop dulcimer that I had cut out of anyway, it was a teardrop dulcimer that I was able to literally scrap this wood from. So all of this wood was found in my scrap wood barrel. Isn't that amazing? That's just a beautiful wood. So this is a very special little soprano. So as luthiers get together and we will challenge one another to build instruments out of certain woods. And this challenge was a challenge to go through your scrap barrel and book match. So this is a book match piece. This is a gorgeous book match piece for the back, and the sides are the same wood. And then the book match the top too. You have to dig pretty deep sometimes, and sometimes you have to do some well thought out cutting of the wood. So this instrument is really special to me. I really like this instrument. It's going to be a sweet sounding soprano ukulele. So we'll cut the binding channels for that today as well, and it's going to be black walnut as the back stripe there and this stripe here, and those bindings are already bent and are in a mold back here behind me. So next up, pistachio and Port Orford cedar. Beautiful. I'll get that done, and then I can change my sled on my jig to fit the soprano, and we'll do that. So next up is Pistachioville. Talk to you later. Channel for the bindings on 3 ukuleles this morning, or this afternoon. This is the Myrtle tenor, Myrtle with Port Orford cedar top, and it will be bound with black walnut. Kind of look like that. Same as with the back strip and the end graft. So that's that one. And we also cut the pistachio and Port Orford cedar. This will be curly maple binding, same as the back strip. And then lastly, we cut this little soprano binding, and that will be a black walnut as well. Black walnut for binding for this one is in another little jig behind me. So next step is to get everything glued in, and we'll be back then. All right, Lord bless you guys.